course, usually is. So might as well not change it now. And we have Christine Barker will be reading tonight, along with Marna and Nina and myself. So I'll read out the list of poems we have for tonight while we're killing some time waiting for the audience. Let's see. Christine has Cry No More Tears by Jeannie Kirchin. The White Feather by Rebecca Cherrington. Into Forever Unlocked. Sudha Dixit. Learning to Unlove by Pia Gosh. Ooh. The Road Home by Keith Forsyth and Return to Me by Jennifer Polonetsky. And I'll be reading that man himself, Hank Buchma, After the Fiesta, from the Nightly Vigil, The Journals of Rev Buchman. Then we'll have Everyday Angels by Beth Evans. Then You Should Not Fear Me by Marna Dupree Badger. Not a Bridge by Chris Edridge. And the other one, I can't remember, but here we go. Thinking by Walter D. Wintle. I hope that's the right name I've got there because the name doesn't ring a bell. Nina will be reading. Hello Nina, how are you? Hello Diane Burgess, lovely to see you in again. How's Diane? How's your week gone? I know how Nina's went. She'll be on moaning about the Formula 1 in a minute. Hello Alexandra, how are you? But Nina will be reading anyway. In This Moment by Jesse Batista. Luscious Life by Hilary Mulholland. Will You Look For Me by Tom Cook. Piano Shoes by Heidi McGurin. Home Sweet Home by Anne Thorpe. And The Rain People by Debbie Klingelsmith. I knew you'd get a Debbie in. I absolutely knew you would. Hello Christine, how are you? I'm gonna start the show tonight with a little what do you call it again, Nina? Maybe I should put the earphones in, it might be better. I might be able to hear something. What are they called, Nina? They're called something, aren't they? Anecdotes, that's them. Anecdotes, yeah. Book of anecdotes. And I gotta start with misfortunes one. I thought this one was quite funny. And I mean, you can't trust the gas board and the electric board. You just can't. It doesn't happen. Commenting on a complaint from Mr. Arthur Purdy about a large gas bill, a spokesman for Northwest Gas said, "We agree. It was rather high for this time of year. It's possible Mr. Purdy has been charged for the gas used up during the explosion that destroyed his home. They'll even charge for your house blown up." That's the gas board in a nutshell, isn't it? Absolutely in a nutshell. But I'm going to get the week off as well to a great start with the quote for the week ahead. And I got three from a lovely lady named Vicky Madiag. And Vicky's allowed me to take three from a wall. And the first one is a quote by Viktor E. Frankl. "I do not forget any good deed done to me, and I do not carry a grudge for a bad one." Now, I love that one simply because I don't carry a grudge, and I won't carry a grudge. And if somebody carries a grudge for me, I just hope they drown in their grudge because I'm not going to drown in it with them. And the next one was, "When you feel you have exhausted all possibilities, remember this, you haven't. We never do. There's no end to possibilities. Possibilities go on forever and ever." That's what I love about them. And to really put us into the week ahead, "I don't have time to worry about who doesn't like me. I'm too busy loving the people who love me. So you see, I love you all. That's why he's having me so busy loving you all. I don't have time for those that I don't love." And I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. But however, enough of me for the minute anyway, isn't it? Absolutely enough of me. Let me see. It's shown, but when I put you on the other side, you're not shown on camera. But however, we'll see what happens as we go along. We see who turns up, who's coming in.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, Christine. Do you know, I can hear you brilliant in these buds.
Could you?
I thought I'd try the buds out tonight because it's very difficult trying to hear it through the phone speaker. each week, so I'm straining to try and hear what you're all saying.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I have the same problem, but for different reasons at the
Totally
moment.
different reasons. You need a pair of these buds. I've gone again.
Yes, I do.
I've got a message coming in from Diane saying you've gone again. But I'm not, am I? I can't be gone.
I've got you.
You've got me,
You're
haven't you?
perfect at mine.
I'm moving, am I?
Yes,
I am moving, yeah? That's
yes,
good. That's good. I'm
you
okay.
are. Yes, you
I
are.
was in a
Everything seems okay this end.
I was in a mad rush to get back tonight. I stayed a little bit longer than I should have at work, but I'm back now.
Lovely.
Only
We're glad to
barely
see you.
made it.
Before we start, have you plugged in your battery?
I have.
Yeah, good.
Honestly, honest to say,
You're a good
I
boy.
just hope it's connected, Christine.
So do I. Yeah. So we don't get any crackles and bumps and
Oh
squiggles
God,
tonight.
not tonight, please. We have to have
Right in the
one night it
middle.
doesn't happen. No. No. Hello,
If
Colette
you have
Crow.
forgotten, if you have forgotten, you do have to plug it in. Wait till the poem's finished and then do
And
it.
then,
Not right in the middle.
exactly. But we wouldn't have got the poem if it hadn't of. It was actually on 2%. It would have just went off, Christine.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. 2%.
Yeah.
I had a big red half screen telling me, plug in.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose you couldn't wait, obviously. I know. I was just teasing you, really, but
I know. You're always teasing me. You're always doing it.
yeah, we've got to keep you on your toes, we
Yeah.
girls. Make sure you're all right.
We were asked to submit a comedic piece to some group. I think it was Jessica Batiste to put Nina onto it. And Nina said, you want to try one? So we're both going to try one. We haven't got them this week, of course.
A funny one. Oh,
a
good.
funny one, yeah.
Great.
A comedic. And
Good.
I'm started that one. I know it'll change before it goes out anyway. I just like playing. I like toying around for a few minutes. And then I'll change it round again. But man, there's gonna be some swooning coming to this show.
You just got cut off then, did you notice?
I got cut off again. It's not telling me on here, it's still saying live on top of the whatchamacallit, the read. Now you've gone off. Now am I on? Am I off? Am I on? Am I off? See, I'm still getting messages in, so I'm still on. One second. Let me try this again. Now. Christine's gone. That's what's happened. Christine, I think it was you that was cut off, honey. There is gremlins. I think I'm still here. Am I still here, Chris Edridge? No one else is talking to me. I'm on. Thank you, Marna. All the way from the USA. Christine frozen. She's not only frozen, she's gone off net. She's not on net now. Christine has disappeared. She's been swallowed by the gremlins. This is a gremlin night. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to swap, won't I? I'll have to do a swap. So let's do a swap and let's bring somebody else in until Christine gets back in. So who have we got? It's a lucky dip. I just pushed the button. Anybody might pop up. I knew it. I just knew it would be you. I just knew it would be you.
Well, why not?
Hello, Maren. I love the glasses. Absolutely beautiful. Wow.
Well, yeah, I have two para readers.
Yeah.
And the other one I don't feel like fishing for, so these are the old ones, but they're all good. They both work.
Brilliant. You look now just like a real librarian.
Oh Lord. Well, if I would have had vision back in the day, that would have been a perfect job for me because I love books.
You don't only love books. I mean, the amount of posting you do, you put about 10 books up in the last week.
Yeah. Wait, I had to write an article for an online magazine that the blind organization is part of, and she wanted me to do something to tell about my journey of writing and about my books and what inspired them. I said, that wasn't hard to do until I started doing it,
Ooh, aren't we the one?
It was fun. I'll send you the article so you can read it. It was a lot
Oh,
of fun
thank
to
you. How's your back?
do. Still hurts, but that's not our big issue right now. I don't know if you keep up with U.S. weather, but we're going to have a tropical system in the Gulf.
Ooh, whoa,
Actually,
whoa.
my daughter's coming to pick me up later, and we're going to go get those little things that we need just in case, like water,
Thank God, I was thinking of something
So
else.
what?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Just carry on.
No, go ahead.
No,
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 go
no, no,
ahead.
no,
What were you
no, no,
thinking about?
carry on, carry on.
Like cigarettes? That too.
I thought so. I absolutely thought so.
Well, it's just, well, I do have some, but for us, it's going to be, this is not going to be anything strong. There's not going to be a lot of winds, although we could have gusty winds, but it's going to be the rain. I mean, I've seen little systems like this that give us over 10 inches of rain. I mean, that's the thing about this. And we've had, as a matter of fact, a friend of mine on Facebook said this past week that around here we're beginning to feel like Noah. True.
Well, Marna, we might have a problem. I mean, with my wind because I've eaten my tea so fast. I think it's gonna just bubble up. So if there's any strange noises, carry on through the through
I'm just
through
going
the
to ignore
storm.
it.
It'll be okay.
Remember, I have grandchildren and I have sons, and yeah, I'm used to it.
I know you were. What have you got for me tonight?
I have 3 new poets and 1 that we've read before.
Ooh,
Ooh,
ooh. Who's been on the hunt?
yeah, and I'm telling you, they're all from, yeah. This is going to be good.
Go on then.
So
I think I've got
let's
Christine back
start.
as well. No, it's okay. I've got Christine back. I'm just saying. Say hello to Colette before you start reading. Colette Crow has just said hello to you.
Hello,
And
Colette
David Wagoner.
and David. I'm going to have to get some more of them to read too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But I'll start with a newbie if you want me to go ahead and start.
Yes, please.
Okay. The first one I have, this is not titled, but it's by Catherine Holdsworth. And she wrote this note at the beginning of the poem, a little note, and she said, something deep and pensive overcame me just now. And so this ensuing flow, meaning this is what she wrote. You ready?
Yes.
I'm sitting in a space between thought and light. What moments open as my heart searches to land. Inside where comfort and love abide, silence converse as time seeps between veils, where potent wishes fire. In this is a hard word for me to say. Omniscience embeds a topaz of moments that surrender their sonnets to love, sands forever dropping whispers in petulant, pulsing winds. Half moon speaks its swoon to eyes whilst it tempers its reticent grin. There the jewels, where creation moves ink, speaking its braille to stars and suns. Surrender, you galleons that float off through night, caressing shooting comets that fall out of sight. For ours is the journey between fabled suns and moonlit hours, where for a moment humanity pulses as one.
Wow. Wow.
I know.
You enjoyed
When
that,
I
didn't you?
read it, yeah, well, when I read it and she had included the thing about the braille, I'm like, oh yes, 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 yes.
Oh, Marna, just while you're there, I'm just going to say hello to somebody. Chris Edge has asked me to say hello to somebody. It's a young friend of his. Luke Wilkins. Hello, Luke Wilkins. Nice to know you're around with us, mate. That was beautiful, Chris Edridge. That was beautiful. That was. And I love the last line. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Sews it right
Yes,
up.
it was. I mean, yeah, it's surreal. Yeah, it just brings everything together by what she was trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, and she's a great. I'm gonna have to get her again too because she writes some beautiful stuff.
Yeah, give it about 6 months.
I mean, really beautiful. Yeah, 6 months. Sure, that's gonna happen. Okay.
Go on, the
Oh,
next
so
one.
bad.
Go on.
That's okay. It's okay. You would have laughed this morning when I got picked up for church because it was pouring. They had to come get me at my door with an umbrella. He actually had two umbrellas, one for me and one for him because it was raining so hard. And when I got to church, I realized that about 6 inches of my jeans were a bit wet, you know, so and it's only going to get worse.
Oh,
Okay, the next one I'm going to read is by.
Go on. The next one.
It's yeah. The next one is I'm going to read Peter Forster, which we've read before.
Yeah.
And this is not titled, but he calls these daily missives. And this was the daily missive for Monday, the 27th of August.
Yeah.
You know what? Ronna, put your glasses on. That's why you got them.
Oh, I can see you now. Thank God you put them on.
Yeah,
I can see you now. Look. Yeah.
That's okay. I took my name tag off when I left church because I wear it because I'm with a part of the welcoming committee, and I had it on, and I went, oh man, now I'm not going to know who I am for the rest of the day.
Oh.
At least I knew who I was
Beforehand.
You know.
Oh, you've lost the plot.
Okay, this is the daily missive for Monday, the 27th of August. Dress me down. Dust off tired remarks. Never brush against the grain. Powder tin skin to prevent chafing. Wake up to opportunity before truth dawns upon itself with the realization life is just another perspective, deconstructed into pieces, which might exist in a remnant of a jigsaw, a piece of a puzzle, left behind in a race to completion. Push the button. It is a two-way switch. We are deactivated on account of a preoccupation with appearances. When the heart of life is connectivity, nothing will change. The verifiable essence of a situation without engagement, self-deception, is an unmade bed in a darkened room, sun-dried newspapers, wine-stained gossip from a grapevine, long since faded photographs curled at the edges, scattered on a dusty floor, an old toothbrush standing alone in a broken cup, held together with super glue, latent fingerprints and memories.
I first came across Peter nearly 4 years ago, in Poetry Circle and Heart and Soul Poetry. And from the first time I ever come across Peter, he always done a daily missive. He's been doing them for years. The man must have 10 million pieces written.
I know. I look forward to them because I never know what to expect from him.
No, each day has a different one.
Yes, and it just, I mean, all of them make me think. And I always tell him, I said, okay, this is your best. I said, wait a minute. I say that every time, because it's true. I mean, he just, I just love him.
Oh,
okay,
definitely.
Got my coffee.
Yeah,
gotta have some coffee.
You go get some coffee. Now, you've got one here called Ease of Soul. Is it
Oh,
all?
I'm reading that.
Yeah. Is this all one name, Trilato, or is it Trilato? Trilato. It's two words. Yeah.
I think. I think it's two words, but in his pen name is one word.
Yes. So it's Trilato.
Yeah, he's in the poetry on the poetry website that I'm in on just online.
Yes.
The Starlight.
Hmm.
So yes. And this is Ease of Soul. And actually that's the one I was going to read next.
Ooh, I'm very good at this guessing now.
I know. The smell of pine under the crisp crystal sky as the ocean is crashing, as the sand is flowing as wine. The waters are foaming as the fish are roaming. The winds are churning, the breeze is turning. My mind into peace with this life I lease. My soul of light is at ease as negative emotions freeze.
Just before I comment, hello Eva Marie. How are you? She said hello to you as well.
Hello.
Definitely Crystal Balls, Chris Edrich, without a shadow of doubt.
You know, it's like it's short, but it didn't need to be any longer. I tell you, when I read that, I'm like, oh, please, Troy, please, please, please let me read this.
And he did.
It's one of those that just resonates with you. You know, it just, there's a piece in there that I think everybody, there's one line or so that it's you, you know.
Yeah, and that's great when the penmanship can draw you to be the character in the poem. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it is. Oop,
Oh,
hang
hello,
on.
Jeannie Cajun. How are you? It is the way I'm sitting, Nina. You've got no idea how I'm sitting tonight. I don't even know how I got here.
We don't want to know how he's sitting. I don't want to know.
Exactly. Thank you, Marina.
I don't want to know.
I know you don't.
I have
I'm
an
so happy you
imagination, and
don't.
yet, look, I have an imagination, and that gets me in enough trouble.
Welcome, sister. Welcome. And
And my last one is another, of course, another newbie.
go on.
And like I said, I tell you what, I mean, the ones I found today are like, wow. And this one is by someone I've just come across actually in a new poetry group that I'm in. And his name is Pete Slater or Slater. I think it's Slater.
Slater, yeah.
And the title of it is At Last.
Mm.
And this is another one that is like not long, but wow. Okay, here we go. I sense my ego swinging to and fro between relief and self-belief, both the thief of confidence. I suppose I should bow to common sense and ignore the negative, not be so sensitive to the opinions of minions who serve to observe and criticize, to be the eyes of doubters who spout their venom from a place of least resistance, anonymous in their absence from the fray, with all they have to say, vented by showroom dummies, rented for the day. So to stop the pendulum swinging, to stop their voices ringing in my ears, I'll wipe away any tears of doubt and shout, come on, thing, I'm free. I do believe in me. Now watch me soar, fly away to different shores on wings of joy, leaving behind the messenger boys to tell their monsters. It seems he's found himself at last.
Do you know when you said, come on, boy, I thought you were calling me. That's a beautiful poem, that is.
No,
That's a beautiful piece. That is a beautiful piece.
you know, like I said, it's another one of those. It's not long. It didn't need to be because again, I think there's a line in at that point that everyone can go, ah, yeah, that kind of is me, you know.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt when I read it.
Well, you
So that's my four.
you read it beautifully. Margaret, you were an absolute angel. Thank you, my dear. And there's 4 more happy people we have tonight.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm gonna send them the link because I didn't have time to send it so they could watch the show. But I'm gonna send them the link after so they can watch it.
Oh, excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Because right now I'm gonna let my daughter know that she can come. So I'll catch the rest of the show later,
Yeah,
or I'll watch it until she comes. That way she can come and get me, so we can go get our goods. Because if it's raining that much, and we maybe might not have power, so we have to go and be prepared for that.
exactly. I'm just looking at the comments going up just before you go on that last poem you read. Like Christine Barker, Colette Crowe, Eva Marie, Diane Reed Burgess, Chris Everidge. I can go on, Jennifer Polonetsky. I mean, the comments gone up on that one poem are absolutely brilliant, absolutely wonderful. But it is a beautiful piece, an absolutely beautiful piece, and you read it beautifully, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Wait, more coffee. Yeah, I mean, when I found those, like I said, they weren't long, but especially the two of them, and even Peter Forster's isn't that long, but I mean, like I said, it's one of those that this is why I like to write short verse sometimes, because sometimes you don't need for it to be long. And that just reiterated that for me, so I don't feel bad writing short verse anymore.
Exactly, yes. Well, Marna, I'm going to try. Christine, just while I'm there, Christine, there's no camera on yourself at the moment, so I think you're still disconnected, hon. You were back with a camera, now it's gone again. I think we're having problems with Germany tonight. Germany, quoi.
Okay, guys, I will try to keep y'all posted through your page, John.
Yes?
About what's going on. So I'll try to keep y'all posted as to what's going on.
Oh, thank you, Marnie. You're an absolute angel.
So if we can't find poems for next week, that'll be why.
Yes.
We may not have internet or electricity. We don't know
We
what's
don't
going to
know.
happen
Yeah,
yet.
but please, God, you just stay
Yeah,
safe.
I mean, yeah, this is not a big thing, but it can still cause major problems.
Yes.
Believe me. Like I said, I need hip boots to get to my mail, because either that or I got to be a ballerina trying to go get it, because I got to try to walk over water in the driveway.
Oh, we need a YouTube video of this.
Like I said, that's what I said. I didn't feel bad. I had to laugh when I read that on Facebook from a friend of mine that says, I'm beginning to feel like Noah. Like, yeah.
Well, go and get into your ark and be safe. Just take care, okay?
Yes, but I'm going to try to keep you guys posted as best I can.
Good
I'm
girl.
going to post it on your page. Is that okay?
That's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Marna,
Okay, I'll let you know.
have a safe week ahead, okay? Love you to bits.
Thank you, and
Mwah.
love y'all too. Love you.
You take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Bye, hon. Bye.
Bye.
There's Myra the pre-banjo. What a beautiful last poem that was that Myra's just signed off it. I'm having problems here, guys. I turn it on, I turn it on, I turn it on. The only one I cannot get is Christine Barker. Christine, there is no camera added to you. Nina, you've just gone off camera. I was going to push you and bring you on, and now your camera's disappeared. What's happening here, guys? I'm going to cry. My eyes. I really am. There's too many gremlins at the moment on this internet. So I need a camera either for Christine and Nina to carry the show on, or I have to push the finish button. I don't have a choice. I don't have very much more to read myself. I can go in and start reading mine. I mean, I can read my reads. I've no problem reading my reads. Where will I start? Let me see. Start at the bottom. No, I won't. I'll start at the top. I'll start in the middle. I'll just get started one way or another, won't I? Where am I? Who have I got? Good God. Everyday Angels. I'm going to read Everyday Angels by Beth Evans. There are angels with names that have worldwide fame, images bold and defined, But there are those every day who are placed in our way, beautiful and kind. No halo or wings can you see. Their actions need no plea. Friends who call you at just the right time, or knock on your door when you're sad. Those who bring a blanket of calm to chaos and days that are mad. A poem that's written and read aloud, the author captures your being. A smile from a stranger that lightens your day, at that moment stops you from fleeing. Life is dotted with special people, hardships they help us to bear. Little miracles can happen when everyday angels are there. And you know what? That is really, really true. Everyday angels. I love that one, Beth Evans. That is absolutely beautiful. And angels is my be all and all. Anything with angels and it really gets me going. That floats my boat, guys. Really and truly does. I think I have Christine in with me now. I think I have. I'm not too sure. But I'm going to give. I have. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Strike one. But Beth, thanks very much for that poem. I just love angel poems. Hello, Christine. Welcome
Hey, what's
back.
going on tonight?
The,
We're all over the place again.
the
Oh,
gremlins
dear,
are
dear.
all over the world tonight. They really and
They
truly
certainly
are.
are tonight.
You can
Yeah,
feel the
definitely.
nails coming down the blackboard, Christine.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea what's going on, and I have nothing that I can press to find a camera or anything. So
No.
I just went offline and came back on again, and maybe that did it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
well,
But
Nina seemed to discover last week. She took a chance on somebody and said, "Go back out of the show, off the page,
yeah,
and come back in again, just refresh." And that seems
yes.
to work because you've come as soon as she said you just came directly back in, even on camera.
Yeah, well, mine I was reading, I got cut off again, so I had to go back out and come back in again, which I
Yeah,
didn't really catch any of the poetry there apart from one,
yeah.
you know, but don't know what's happening, so we'll see. I'll just have to read very quickly tonight.
Look, I won't
Get
stand.
through
I
them
won't.
all.
I won't step in the way. You know this. I'll sit back and enjoy.
Right, I'll just go straight through them all then. We'll start right now.
Yeah, just do the
I've
whole
got
lot.
eight. I've got eight that you sent to me. If there's time, I'll do one of my own as well,
Brilliant.
but only if there's enough
Oh,
time.
there's plenty of time.
Otherwise, I've
I
got.
mean,
Otherwise,
I
I've
don't
got
go. I
eight.
don't go to bed till 1.
Well, there you go. Well, I'm going to be even late. It'll be 2 o'clock here then. So, right, we'll get going then, shall we?
Go on then. I think Christine's stilled out again. I think you've stilled out, Christine. Who are you going to start? You stilled out there for a second. No, you stilled out again. Oh, I enjoyed that one from Beth Diane. I really and truly did. I love angel poetry. Absolutely live it. I live it. Beautiful, beautiful poetry, angel poetry. It has that inner peace that it brings with it. Absolute inner peace. I think we'll have to. Yeah, Christine's gone, I know. I'm sorry, Chris. Sorry, Diana. You're stuck with me. Next week I'll take a few years off. Goodbye, Alexandra. Have a lovely evening. So, Christine, we'll have to go out and we'll have to come back in. And let me see. Does it work on this end? Let's have a look and see. We will find out, Sean.
Hello.
Nina Thilo, my hero.
I was just literally typing in a message saying, "Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on 4G?"
No, I am on my 4G. So it's not
Right.
the problem. The problem's not this end. If it was this end, I'd be cut off by now. You know. I'm not just saying.
Saying a word. See no evil, speak no evil. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Right. How many have you got to read?
3 more now. I've just read Beth. Love Beth's one. The angel ones always put me in good mood. So
I know.
I love Beth's one.
Wasn't
I'm
it
very
beautiful?
biased towards that type of poetry.
Yeah, it was a lovely, lovely pitch. She's in. She's in. She's
Is
just
she
missed
in?
it. Yeah, she's just missed it.
Ah, I'll tell you what, Beth, I'm going to do it again for you right now.
Yeah, do it again.
I'm going to do it again for you because if you've missed it, I couldn't do it. I couldn't live it myself if I didn't try it out again. Definitely. Now, if this was about angels and that, I wouldn't do it again. You know this, don't you?
Yeah.
That's for definite.
What?
I bet you this is filled with angels. You watch Everyday Angels by Beth Evans. Now, there are angels with names that have worldwide fame. Images bold and defined. But there are those, every day, who are placed in our way, beautiful and kind. No halo or wings can you see. Their actions need no plea. Friends who call you at just the right time, or knock on your door when you're sad. Those who bring a blanket of calm to chaos and days that are mad. A poem that's written and read aloud, the author captures your being. A smile from a stranger that lightens your day. At that moment stops you from fleeing. Life is dotted with special people, hardships. They help. They help us to bear. Little miracles can happen when everyday angels are there.
It's my everyday angel.
Oh, do you know, I was talking to you about, we run through some subjects, you and I, don't we? I mean, we really want
Just
to
a
know
few,
the rights,
yeah.
don't
We've
we?
probably
I mean,
covered A to Z by now. Yeah.
I don't know why we're not two world leaders, you know, I mean, really and truly, we got the wrong people in the wrong places.
You think? Not sure it's a good idea.
I mean, angels.
I know the economy's in a state, but good grief.
We don't worry about economies, though, do we?
No,
Economy doesn't come
we're
into
more
us.
into people's moral fibre, aren't we? We need to
Yeah.
be the moral fibre party. I think.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
there's a good one. Well, we got the Green Party, and they were terrible.
The monster
Even-
raving loony party.
Even
Yeah.
worse,
Yeah.
Labour Party. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Talk
We'll
about
have the moral
Semitism.
party.
Oh my God! What were
Yeah.
they thinking of?
They weren't thinking, were they?
They weren't thinking at all.
No.
Good. There's 26 million votes gone this year already. Absolutely disgraceful.
I reckon. Right. Shall I go?
Where are you going? I just brought you in.
Egypt.
Go on, get off.
Get off.
Up it.
Get off. Get off.
Well, up it. Get out.
Right, so I have a lovely piece. I jumped on this. This is by Jesse Batista, and bless him, he put it up saying he wasn't sure about posting it. I think he'd kind of ummed and ahed over posting it because it wasn't his normal thing. And I loved it. I jumped on it straight away. I think it had only been up in the group about 30 seconds, and I went, "Can I have it, please?"
Hey, I'm going with Chris Edwards. Let's just have a party. Chris, let's have a party.
Oh yes, oh yes. At your house, because you won't go anywhere. Yeah.
I forgot to tell everybody, Nina. Jesus, it's a good job you're sitting there. I forgot to tell everybody you're singing Bohemian Rhapsody tonight, aren't you? For the crowd.
Might do.
Yes. Yeah.
Might
yes.
do.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Can
it
you
takes
listen?
There's lots of voices.
Listen, can you do it to the tune of Down at the Station for me?
No, it's not gonna work. Totally ruined, Queen.
I just thought it's right.
Yeah, try harder. Anyway, this is called "In This Moment" by Jesse Batista. Did you feel that? Without the slightest touch, desire has beckoned once again, determined to no longer be ignored. I will not back away this time. I can't. These sensibilities are driving me insane. I am mad with desire. With each continuation and interlude brought about by reason, that blockade infiltrated Destiny is demanding our attention. It is not concerned with the wisdom of our denial. It knows we are tortured by it, even more driven by the passage of time. Your scent captivates. I want to dive into your essence, 5 fathoms down. Your eyes a window to your soul. So exquisite, I want to be lost in you forever. Locked in by your gaze, entranced by that glimmer that brings me ever so close to you. I feel you tremble in my arms, your face buried in my chest. Give in to me, our touch sending waves of profound sensitivity, receptive without hesitation. Our lips meet again for the very first time. A delicate embrace, mindful of circumstances, transforms to an intensity so strong, it's as if we are blissfully bound together in drawn chains. Losing our breath, removing all that stands in the way, caressing, slowly studying your every curve. Your fingernails mark my flesh as my weight moves over you. Uninhibited, unbridled passion, our bodies move in perfect rhythm. Pleasure whispers in harmony, and in this moment, all else fades to oblivion.
You know what? Jessie Batista, if you had
Oh, I'm a
been,
bit under the collar now.
if you had been born Jessica, I'd have took 2 tablets before that poem. Definitely.
How do you think I feel?
That was just my feminine
gorgeous.
side, sorry.
It was just gorgeous, and I jumped on it.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got a bit of an eagle eye, you have, haven't you, Nina? You've got a bit of a, you can see these things.
Just the one. The other one I take out at night.
Oh dear God, no. Oh, I'm gonna let you go into your second one. Do you know what? We're having problems, as I said, with because
With
do you
Christine.
do you still have, just in case we need to, do you still have Christine's poems on your email?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try and find my email and see if
Yeah.
I've still got
If the
the
worst
things
comes to the worst and we can't get poor Christine back, I can
back
read.
on. Yeah, at least the poems will be covered. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
we have there.
Yeah. So I have a lovely new lady by the name of Anne Thrope. She's been a real sweetheart. I've been talking to her in Messenger, and she's delighted that we've chosen her poem. And it's called Home Sweet Home. For so many among us, home seems inextricably connected to the place we grew up in, where we were schooled, came of age, where often our family still resides, especially during times of distress. If distant, they will long to return. Hometown holds no affinity for me, having none of the quiet corners this reclusive misanthrope requires. Myself, I do so love the expression, home is where the heart is, except where's my heart these days? I have often carelessly given her to others, to have and to hold, them not knowing the exceptional gift that they have been given. I have had to retrieve my heart too often, skipping over oceans, traversing continents, scaling mountain ranges, forging raging rivers, crossing vast deserts, high plains and altitudes, dodging acid monsoon rains, avoiding active, eruptive, disruptive volcanoes and badlands. I have descended steep canyons, swam canals and channels, gone spelunking in dark caves, hopped fault lines about to fissure, soggy bogs. No matter the longitude or latitude, I prevailed. I reclaimed my heart with each and every mistake. Only now, when she's not being generously gifted, I keep her safely secured in a locket, my top pocket, or on a chain, wrapped tightly around my neck. The pocket may have garnered a hole, or the chain slipped from my attentive, guarded care. Either way, my heart is missing. I've retraced my steps. She's gone. Lost items are always found in the last place looked, the saying goes. At least I breathe, so my heart beats. I am fearful she is squarely in the eyes of a predator, fallen down a hole, hiding under a rock, or even worse, lost and gone forever, abandoning me for my neglect. If found, please deliver her to me, home sweet home.
That is absolutely wonderful.
Isn't it brilliant?
That is
So
absolutely
clever.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's, we're always saying, you've got to admire the art of writing at the best of times.
Oh,
When,
absolutely.
when you can
Yeah.
write like that, I mean, wow. That's
Yeah.
that's Formula One, that is, Nina.
You had to.
I had
didn't
to,
you?
I had to, I couldn't
You
resist.
just
I tried
had
not
to.
to, I tried really hard. Christine has said she will be delighted if you could read the poems if she can't get back in. And at the moment, there's still no cam, yeah? So at the
Okay.
moment, she can't get back in, yeah?
Oh no, sorry, Christine.
I know, I'm absolutely beside myself here.
Well, we'll try again. We will try
This is
again.
me first reader off, you know what I mean?
I
First
know.
one with me, and I've lost her for the night.
I know.
But we'll see what happens. The net is a funny
Yeah.
thing, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, we'll definitely try again. Yes.
So I'm going to try one from our very own Marna Dupree Badger.
Lovely.
And I like this one. This is a real sweet little one, yeah? And it's called You Should Not Fear Me. I see my reflection in a shimmering mirror and think of how I'd be defined. I am like the rain that falls from the clouds. I may fall with many or only a few at a time. I exist behind the mask, of no colour, no tint or hue. Yet I am quickly noticed when in another's view. Sometimes I am laughter's song, or I may be sorrow's voice. I am the product of a heart's desire, and often fate will make the choice. I once was found on a windowsill. I am the ink that fills emotion's quill. I know I am not perfect, and I do embrace my flaws. I do not seek praise for my existence, nor accolades or applause. But of my presence you should not fear. I mean you no harm, you see, for I am simply a tear. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that absolutely lovely?
Beautiful.
Wow.
It all, again, you know, we've said it so many times before, all these ones that come down to the last line or even the last word,
Yeah.
and it just kind of leaves you a bit kind of fizzy, doesn't it?
It does,
yeah,
doesn't it?
lovely.
Yeah. And again, Marna read two of them with such endings, and she's actually
Yeah.
produced one with
Yeah.
such an ending. You know, it's unreal. And as we said before, Nina, we don't know what poems each other are picking until we actually put them together.
No,
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely nuts.
No, we all go out our separate ways, don't we? And rope them in and lasso them.
We do. Well, what's this we?
What?
We lasso them. We go out and rope them. You do. I just leave them. If they don't dance me within an hour or so, I just leave them. You know this.
Yeah.
And I go on to the next 999,999. Yeah.
No, I'm tenacious. I'm a bit of a terrier, I'm afraid. I don't. Once I sink my teeth in, I don't let go.
A bit of a terrier. An understatement.
But you'll be calling me a dog in a minute. Stop.
I'm not.
I'm persistent, shall we say?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Yes.
I don't give in easily. It's it's a Sagittarian thing.
I best zip up right now.
I think you probably had. Yes, it's very wise of you too. Yeah.
I mean, we're not far off Christmas. I want to see that at least.
Ankle biter, Chris. I'm not that short. Very rude. Might be having you the next time I come past Maiden Voice.
Maybe Chris has high up ankles. I don't know.
It's got Simon Cowell trousers.
That's terrible. Oh my God.
Right. So I have
Go on.
another new lady here. So I have another one I've posted down. Oh, turn your phone off.
It's not my phone. It's this phone. It's the phone I'm on is doing it, not the other one.
Oh, it's very annoying.
Well, it's not my fault. Things keep coming in. The people didn't text me and send me messengers and messenger and all. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah, okay. Right, so this is another new lady, Hilary Mulholland, and it's called Luscious Life. Abruptly.
Right, get comfortable first, please. Just one second.
Dear Lord.
Thank you.
Ready? Your crystal ball's playing you up, are they, love? Okay. Abruptly, we are torn naked into this life, alone on this journey of joy and strife. Unimaginable beauty and saintly souls, horrific humans and ghostly ghouls. Inspirational sights and sounds that fill us with awe. Poverty, plunder, the wickedness of war. From some we receive kindness, compassion and care. Others scorn, hate, and inflict pain too dreadful to bear. Hands meant for healing lash out with no feeling. Lips shaped to whisper comfort, spew hurt, and a malice of sort. Courageously we carry on, designing layers that we quickly don. Our smile and integrity our shield. Arrows of deceit we dodge and field. Love and loss go hand in hand. Authenticity must be our stand, resisting that powerful urge on life's lusts to binge and purge. Never swallowed by anger and rage, nor let resentment or hate build our cage. With honesty, honour, and a humble heart, we live till eternal sleep is again our part.
Where are you getting these poems from? Where are you getting these pieces from? You're a snake, you are. An absolute snake.
Nice.
God almighty.
I just
Jennifer
know what
Polonetsky, I'm coming to have coffee with you, girl. Really and truly. My ears are attuned here as well. She pops these out and says nothing all week. And she just pops these roll off the tongue pieces.
Look, you hunt in the
I'm
same
looking.
ponds as me. Just because you've got a wonky eye, I can't help that.
It's just amazing. These are all gone by the time I get to the pond.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes I don't go hunting till Friday or Saturday. So you snooze, you lose, mate. That's your problem.
It's not. The problem is this lady's forced with me. I was just brought up wrong.
Oh, since when?
I was just brought up wrong.
Since when? You've never employed that with me. No, I have this radar.
Oh, I bet you do. Oh yes, without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm saying nothing. I'm just browsing through it. I'm trying to remember. Do you know what I can't remember, Nina?
Well, there's a surprise. You don't even need to finish that sentence, do you, really? Let's just stop there.
Just forgot what I was going to say.
You know what? I can't remember. Go on, then.
One of the poems you sent me, Thinking, by Walter D. Winter.
Yes.
I don't remember ever even writing to a Walter D.
It's
Winter.
the one out of Beth's book.
No wonder I can't remember writing to the person. I didn't. That's why I can't remember.
I despair. I utterly despair.
Can you just imagine how I'm feeling? I'm scrolling here on the laptop and I'm seeing things.
Is it big enough for you this week?
Do you know, I don't think it ever will be.
Is it still not big enough? I'm going to have one word on a page for the time I'm done.
I'm trying to work out who is reading who. Oh, I've got it now. I think I'm up to where I need to be. I just can't remember what I've read so far. Okay.
If you did them in order, do you know what? You would.
Wow.
There we go. It's not
So
wrong,
okay,
so.
just to keep count. I know I've read Beth Evans. I've
Yes.
read Marna. Yeah.
Yes.
I think they're the only two I've read, really, aren't they?
Yes.
That's okay. So now I'll go to Mr. Wintle.
Lovely.
If I can find him again, that is. Have I got 4 for tonight? Is it 4? Or 5? No, I got 5. Haven't I got Hank and Chris?
You've got
to do then,
5.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love this one. This is like doing an overall general quote for the week, isn't it? Ahead. This is a moral story for the week ahead. This is.
Yes. Yeah.
Or the month, or the year, or for the rest of your life. For something anyway.
Yes.
But all thanks to Mr. Walter D. Wintle. That's only to cover the copyrights, by the way. It's his poem. It's not ours. Okay? So here we go. It's called Thinking. So get your thinking caps on, guys. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win, but think you can't, it's almost a cinch. You won't. I like this. If you think you lose, you're lost. For out in the world we find, success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battle don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the one who thinks he can. I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh yeah.
It's a lovely piece.
Get in there, Winter. It is a lovely piece. Absolutely lovely piece.
But it just goes to
show,
that
I can't wait till you put that up in the comments, because that's one people will love to read. That's a real self-read piece.
Yeah. But it just goes to show, doesn't it? I mean, that's out of a book that's, I don't know how old. And it, that's a very old poem. And it just goes to show that, not all the old stuff has to be old English and hard to read, and all these and thous and therefore art and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
There are some really lovely older pieces out there still as well.
Exactly. Eva. Christine has your poem, but yes, your poem will be read on the show, sweetheart. One way or the other, yeah? Your poem will be read. I'll have to pass them out to everybody, otherwise I'll end up with all the poems. And that's not fair, Nina, is it? If I have all the poems. No.
Not fair.
See, I can't see you nodding when I'm scrolling.
Right, shall I carry on?
Oh, please.
I've got another new one. This is a gentleman called Tom Cook. I think it's called Will You Look For Me? But it didn't actually have a title. But I'm going to call it Will You Look For Me because it works. Will you look for me? Will you search for me? Will you seek me out? Will you scour the newspapers, scanning every line, lingering over the names, rereading, rechecking, reviewing? Anticipating failure, yet reflecting on the mights and maybes, that I could be the he that you see rising from the page before your eyes. Eyes that tire as the words, the names, the letters, the shapes merge and fold into the surrounding print, as once my name was printed on your memory. Our memories imprinted one and the same, one with the other. Do you highlight, underline, check and recheck spelling? Does your heart skip a beat, 2 beats or more when you think you see my name in the obituary? Do you seek confirmation that it was not me when similarities of age, history, place confuse? And does your heart beat faster when you don't find me? No news is the best news, perhaps. Then do you feel tingling excitement as skin touches skin as I brush past you, though that was not me? and the touch was not mine, no matter how much it reminded you of me, no matter how much you desired it be me. After a while, the pages became worn, your eyes dulled, and the images faded. Spelling and word forms disintegrated and scattered as a Scrabble board returned to its box to be brought into the open at Christmas, when letters have been mislaid and words cannot be formed. Will you search for the lost letters? Will you form the right words? Will you look for me? Will you search for me? Will you find me?
That is so deep.
Isn't
That's
it
that's
incredible?
oceanic. That is. That is
Oh my
wow.
goodness, I've got tingles with that one.
Wow.
Oh, you can picture somebody doing it.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Loved it.
Well, I think we've all heard stories of sensations as such, when
Yeah,
somebody is gone and you
yeah,
feel the breeze, the kiss on the cheek, the touch on the hand. We've heard
yeah,
many, many.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, the whole crowd can't be wrong that reports such things. Do you know
But
what I mean?
that piece, yeah, where it says, you know, when you feel me brush past you and touch you, and it wasn't me, and just, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah,
Just
but
have
in a good
that
way.
peace. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, Christine got it right there. It's a fascinating poem.
it
It
is.
is fascinating. Very,
I've
very
read it so many
fascinating. Yeah.
times, so many times, and I just, oh yeah,
I'm
that
looking
I
forward to
have
when
to
you put it
say,
up in the when you put it up in the comments. I'm looking forward to actually reading it
that is one that will
because
stay with me. Yeah,
yeah, well, it
yeah.
might stay with me after this because you don't share anything, do you?
Not beforehand,
Not
no.
before.
Look, I learn once and once only that I do not give you a poem because you steal them. You, you're a poem thief.
I am. And I got into trouble for that before, didn't I? Remember, I got into big trouble for that before.
You did.
When I said, I'm stealing your poem. Do you remember? And somebody wrote me the pledge.
Oh, when we'd had a plagiarist, wasn't it? That was the problem. It was a bit too close
It
to
was too close to the bone, that
it was
was,
a bit
yeah.
too raw. Yeah.
Oh dear, it was terrible.
Yes, and then I have, oh, again, this is another, this you get lost in this one. You kind of disappear to another world on this one again. This is by Heidi McGurran, and it's called Piano Shoes. She sat, young and emotional, in front of the piano, her grandmother's baby grand, with Mason Hamlin scripted in golden letters, etched across the smooth wood. She remembers like it was yesterday. Her shoes felt slippery on her feet. She thought of the smoothness of the satin soft-feeling cloth. When her fingers slipped over her stocking toes earlier, she was distracted. The cool air breezed through open doors of latticed glass, leading into the back-tiled garden, with memories floating through her mind of the magnificent olive trees. Must have been over 100 years old. The bird's song curled her curiosity. She was lonely sitting there, twisting her feet on the piano pedals, not sure which one was for what, as her feet danced back and forth, teasing the notes her fingers struck on the soft ivory keys, with soft and long depths of sound, each one with own peculiarities. She kept straying through imagery of antique mirrors surrounding her, sounds echoing up into high ceilings, where notes from her fingers seemed to just float into the rafters and stay, as long as her feet touched the pedals in a meaningful way. Her mother was upstairs. She could hear her movements. Now she felt sad. She seemed to play sad melodies. Purvain was one that moved her. In her head, she imagined her mother in a fit, listening as she seemed to play the mournful notes over and over. Ray Charles' Born to Lose was one song, and the songs of the Auvergne. Paul Blais' touch so moved her young childhood. She imagined mountain tops of a magical place somewhere far away, the air's fresh breezes, the spring light in her mind, her hands dancing and free. Her pretty shoes responded when suddenly the wind erupted her reverie as the music pages began to blow and get ruffled. slipping off their narrow shelf above her hands faster than she could grab them, losing her peace and creating a silence unknown before.
You're not expecting to say something on that, are you? How am I supposed to comment on a piece like that? How? It's nearly impossible. I don't know where you got these poems from tonight, really and truly.
Oh, I love the whole imagery of that. The little girl, the piano, her descriptions of everything. I was just there. I might even have been the little girl. I don't know.
Do you know what? I was sitting in a chair back,
Yeah.
watching a child sitting at a piano, the little feet going, the fingers going, and I could see this golden hair curls down the back. I could see everything. It was so visual.
Yeah, totally.
The whole piece was so visual.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. It's another one that I read several times. Yeah, I know. Oh.
That was just absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to say hello to Shirley Brown. I missed you too, Shirley, and I miss little Belle. I had a young girl on the show one time. She's about 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. Belle. And she was a little dolt. She was absolutely brilliant when she came on. And I haven't seen her since. And Shirley is her grandmother. So I just had to get a word in there, yeah? And say hello to Belle.
Yeah, hello, Belle. Have you got more?
As you can hear, I have a problem.
Yes, it's not going well, is it? Shall I carry on?
As I'm speaking to you, I'm going and I'm looking at Chris Edwards' poem, yeah?
Right.
Not our hill, yeah?
Not a bridge.
Not a bridge, same as the hill, just over the hill. It's the bridge.
Yeah, go on. What's the problem?
My computer decided to shut down. Yeah? So it's all coming back now, but I've got to wait. It takes about 6 days for the internet to come back on. It's one of those computers, you know.
I'd best read my next piece then, eh?
I think you should.
Yes, it's probably for the best. It's Debbie. I've got a
Debbie Klingelsmith.
Yes. And it's the rain people. So settle in and enjoy.
Oh, yes.
There was once an ancient stone village, no one knows how old, with steep crumbling steps that wound deep into the earth and high into the clouds. Ghostly cities above and below, drifting upon a gossamer island, lit by invisible light, drowned by thunder, a mirage in sparkling mist, dwelling in a fractured night. It may still exist. Tracing the dark river inland, losing itself in the dark city streets, I wander among tall stone towers that repeats in scattered reflections of a pale silver shadowy hue. Mosaic peacocks cover the fragmented walls, shattered and brilliant, hissing steam grey blue as carriages shaped like elegant swans float by on watery lanes of liquid bronze, blown by the winds they imbue. At dusk, the rain people give birth. Within primordial waters, in all her forms, through the ether they come from long-lost diluvial storms that travelled and sculpted the earth just before sunrise. Indigo silhouettes descend from the tempests above, squalls in disguise, our slow demise, for few understand who they are. Like the oceans and streams, they keep their most vital secrets safely hidden within their languidly decomposing dreams that are brewed in a single drop of dew. Have you seen them too? Have you? They form from vapours that blow in with the rains and hurricanes that rage through their lands in between. Below they twirl from the drops that curl and spatter quixotically upon the lanes, tracing patterns, soft impressions seen beneath the blood-red moon as it waxes and then gradually wanes. It suggests their true identity, human forms veiled in obscurity, reflecting in the rusted lantern's glow that hang creaking in the murky shadows that ebb and grow. Can you see them now? Can you? They sail in on their ghost ships, whose path is not upon the foamy sea. The stone towers are their lighthouses, and they slip between them so gracefully. Their ships are etched in moonlight, their masts a majesty. Seen, not seen, then seen again, a phantasmagoria of subtle clarity. The rain, it is their promised land, their Shangri-La, their Eden, vaguely materializing through a soft veiled door, leading them from one other world as they glide ashore. Lured by their idyllic beacon, in fog and mist they withstand time, among the stone flowers that bloom and weep in a pantomime. While in the water they eternally steep, and in the broom they eternally sleep. Well, perhaps it is their Eruhon, for who am I to say? Yes, who am I to say? I am no one to them any more, nor will I ever be again. The rain people are separate from you and I, all vaporous thoughts and winnowed dreams, rising and falling on the stone stairs as they travel through worlds unseen. Their cares aren't the cares of humans, that deems itself holy strife after strife, for they are born and they conform from the primordial waters of life. So if you come upon a crumbling stone city, where the ancient rain people dwell, remember, they do not show themselves easily, for our worlds are not parallel. Travel the stone stairs with them, and share with the world what you see. Most won't believe you anyway. Well, none really, except for me.
You know, Amanda Zylstra got it right. Great poem.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you know how I
Brilliant
feel
poem.
about Debbie.
Oh, without a shadow of doubt. She just brings you on one of those Beatles mystery tours, doesn't she? The magical
I
mystery
love
tour.
the bones of that woman. Her
Yeah.
writing. Oh, I wish I would give anything to write like that. Just yeah. No, I'm in seventh heaven right now.
That's very egotistical, isn't it?
Of what? Me?
Yeah, I would really love to write like that. If you wrote like that, then you'd love you, wouldn't you? That's really
I'd love me.
egotistical. That
If
is,
I wrote
yeah.
like that, I would love me. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, stunning.
Debbie, we said it when we first came across that she is just a one-off, an absolute
Yeah.
one-off.
Yeah,
Wow.
totally. But all the pieces tonight have just been incredible.
Every piece has its own score.
Incredible.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, totally. I've enjoyed every single one of my reads tonight. Really, really have.
And again, the next one up changes the scene of where we've been in all the poetry so far. And Not Our Bridge by Chris Etheridge.
Here we go.
Chris, I hope there's no awkward words in here that I'm going to be sinking just like the bridge. So here we go. I passed a sign for Not a Bridge. That kind of got me thinking. Was it once called Isa Bridge?
Is a bridge. Is a bridge. Not a bridge, is a bridge, was a bridge. Start again.
We have a great poem by Chris Etheridge here tonight. It's called Not a Bridge. Is a bridge, was a bridge, will be a bridge, and I hope one day it doesn't sink. Bridge.
Only when I'm going over it, eh? Well, it kind of detracts from the whole poem otherwise.
You will be going over it shortly, I'm telling you.
I'm the troll sitting under it.
I ain't ever going to disagree with a lady. Not a bridge.
Oh, a lady! Oh, I'll take that and run. Get on with it.
I can't, you keep jumping in.
I need to correct you for the poor author's sake.
So, is a bridge. Well, then,
Is a bridge,
should have put
was
a
a
gap
bridge.
between is a bridge, you know?
I'm sorry, do I need to write your poems phonetically now?
Yeah,
we're going back to
Ireland
reception.
in Ireland it would be Isa Bridge. Yeah. Isa Bridge. Here we go. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nutter Bridge by Chris Edridge. I passed the sign for Nutter Bridge. Or is it not that bridge? I'm going to start one more time.
Oh my.
I passed the sign for Nutter Bridge. That kind of got me thinking. Was it once called Is a Bridge before it started sinking? Was a bridge as it became after the bridge had gone? Wasn't very fashionable, just wasn't catching on. So the parish held a meeting. Village name they must decide, a name that's something special to repair their damaged pride. The hall was fit to bursting, every woman, child and man, to rename their little village, now missing of its span. You put on 2 pages, didn't you? Suggestions there were many, yet none of them would do. How to rename a village, they did not have a clue. In the end, a little boy stood up to have his say. It's our village, not a bridge. The name remains today.
Hurrah! There you
I'm
go.
baffled, Chris. Is it a bridge? Is it not a bridge? Was it a bridge? Will it be a bridge?
Don't worry yourself about it.
I just won't go over the hill to the bridge. That's it.
Just give up on bridges, I think, really.
Yeah.
You
That's
burnt that
right.
one.
You've really, yeah, I was going to say, just, you've really
Burnt
built
your
the bridge
bridges.
now, Chris. Yeah.
It's a very clever piece. Sorry it was lost in translation, Chris.
Or something.
We shouldn't let him loose.
Imagine what Hank Buchanan's going to feel like now in a few minutes.
Bit of a worry, isn't it?
It is. Big worry.
Yeah.
Well, I won't hear from him now for about 6 months.
Well, I'm done. Do you want to go and get Christine?
You're done. You finished.
Well, I've got one out of the book, but other than that, I'm done.
Right, do you want me to come back to you after Christine and get you for the end?
If you like.
Okay, I'll come back and get you before the end.
All right, we'll try Christine one more time.
Yeah.
If not, I've got hers here to read. So
Excellent.
third time lucky for Christine. We'll cross everything.
It's already crossed. Thank you.
Right, ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Thank you, Nina. Be back to you soon.
All right, lovely. Goodbye.
Bye. Right. Please, Christine. Please. Please. Where have you gone? You've disappeared, Christine. There we go. Third time lucky. Bless yourself. Cross your fingers. Cross your arms.
Oh dear.
Right, 'cause
Oh dear.
I'm terrified to speak now, just in case I cut you off again.
I know. I'm sitting here on tenterhooks thinking I'm here all the time. I've had no connection problems listening, but as soon as I come on to read, it just goes whammy. I don't know what's going on. So thanks, Nina. If I do get cut off, thank you, darling. You're brilliant. You're wonderful.
We've said it before. This is a brilliant team. We're all there for each other, aren't we?
It's still
Every
cutting
sense.
off.
No, you're still there. You're okay.
It cut off again just then quickly, but it keeps coming and going, so I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Go for your first one. I won't interfere. You go for your first one.
I will do. I hope to read this one because I love this particular one. It's a new lady, a new poetess to us called Yvonne Glasgow, and she was listening in. I don't know whether she's still here, but she was. And I just love this poem, love the way she's written this, and her rhyming scheme and everything is great. So I hope I can get through it. It's called Her Struggle by Yvonne Glasgow. The words chill her veins, slice to the flesh, toss. It's a her intentions never meet it in stride, trying to hide the pain within, like being kicked in the shin by someone you trusted. You've been busted. They've seen your lies. They can tell in your eyes you can't be believed, and she keeps moving on, keeps pushing along, growing stronger, growing wiser. She is not the miser, a lover, a friend. Just because there was an end to one duo doesn't mean she's alone. The bad is gone, left room for good. Without you, she could find happiness, find gratefulness, share her love with others, without someone around who smothers. The joy she brings to those that let her in, her struggle has ended. You didn't win. She
Christine,
was able to begin a
Christine,
life.
I have to stop you home.
Yeah.
I've got some things coming up. The poem has been interrupted with multiple glitches. Do you want to? I know it's hard on you. Do you want to start her again?
Either I can start again or let Lena do it if it's not going to
No,
work.
no, we try again. It seems to be all right back now. In now.
Okay, I'll try it again. Her Struggle from Yvonne Glasgow. The words chill her veins, slicing like knives to the flesh, tossed like daggers at a rabbit. It's a habit of some to attack and then run. But she is not a victim. Her senses are keen, her intentions never mean. So she takes it in stride, trying to hide the pain within like being kicked in the shin. But by someone you trusted, you've been busted. They've seen your lies. They can tell in your eyes you can't be believed. And she keeps moving on, keeps pushing along, growing stronger, growing wiser. She's not the miser, a lover, a friend. Just because there was an end to one duo doesn't mean she's alone. The bad is gone, left room for good. Without you, she could find happiness, find gratefulness, share her love with others, without someone around who smothers. The joy she brings to those that let her in, her struggle has ended. You didn't win. She was able to begin a life of positivity without your compulsivity. She is not hateful. She's grateful to have seen the true you, to have seen the bad seed, to have been given a chance to leave, to not drown in your pool of hatred, to not sink into your quicksand of solitude, to not be fooled by your lies or frightened by your spies. She has thrived. In her mind, you have died.
That is a brilliant piece. That's fantastic. It would have been terrible to see
Super,
it
isn't it?
lost in the sound, but that's brilliant.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely
It
brilliant.
is. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Sorry to have to get you to
Yeah.
do it twice.
Did it come through this?
It did this time. It came straight through. Yes.
Yeah, great. Yeah, yeah. Lovely. Well done, Yvonne. Super stuff. Loved
Oh,
it.
thank you, Chris. That
Absolutely
was
loved it.
beautifully read. Absolutely gorgeous.
You were-
Enjoyed that one.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go on because if I don't,
Just in
I get cut
case.
off
Yeah.
again. So
Go on.
I think I'll just keep going, and if anything gets missed, then just let Nina take over later. You know.
Okay.
This one's from Suda Dixit, and it's called Trapped. Lost in my reveries, I failed to see the ditch ahead, and fell. I fell as people fall in love, unplanned. Pronto, the whole scenario changed around me. I felt amazed like Alice in the Wonderland. I know that love has some magical properties. No doubt I was under its spell. Seemingly some gossamer strings held me, and I was too stunned to yell. There was something surreal about it, unknown to me, a magnetic fascination. I experienced a pleasurable pull and felt absolutely a new, thrilling sensation. A love trap had imprisoned me in a cage of blissful emotion. I never want to leave this cell. I found here my life's solution.
There's some brilliant poetry tonight. There's some absolutely brilliant poetry tonight. I mean, we have
There
it
really
every
is, yeah.
week, but you can, as we go week by week, Christine, we can see the effort of every single poetess. It's absolutely wonderful.
Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely wonderful. That was Suda Dixit, was it not?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes,
that was
Dixit,
Suda.
yeah.
Yeah. And again, like you usually say,
Yeah.
the colourfulness of the poem itself, just in the words and the descriptions, are absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, yeah, but some of those that Nina and Myrna read, wonderful
Oh,
stuff tonight,
wow.
really good.
That's-
And they all are. I don't think we have a really bad one among them, do we?
I
It's
don't,
great,
I don't think
fantastic.
we usually do. I think everyone, as I said to Nina, everyone has its own score, doesn't it? Its own
Yeah,
reach
it
and
does.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I know that Anna Marie is here. Actually, is this
This is Eva Marie
Anna
Cagley.
Marie?
Yeah, it's Eva Marie Cagley.
Anna Marie Kegley. The name I've got here though is Anna Marie Ann
Yeah,
Dunlop. Is that the
it's
same person?
it's Eva Marie Ann Dunlap. Yeah. Eva will explain it on the
Right.
screen
Yeah.
to us in a minute. She's the only one that can.
Right. Okay.
But they are
I
one and
wasn't
the
sure whether I
same.
thought it must. Yeah, I thought it must be Eva Marie Kegley,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I'll read hers now because I know she's waiting for it. So before we get off, Eva,
Yes,
before
exactly.
we get cut off, I'll try and get your poem. Okay.
Go on.
This is another lovely one. It's Eva Marie Kegley, and it's Into Forever. As I gaze into your dreamy brown eyes, a door opens into your soul, allowing me to enter. Stepping inside, I feel the radiant glow of your soul's warmth as we join as one, releasing our love held captive within and awakening our desires to feel whole again. We become one in love's silent embrace, as visions of tender nights shared dance before us. I whisper your name into eternity, feeling love's sweet embrace carry us on her gentle wings as we journey on our pathway into forever.
Yes. I asked Eva for
Isn't that
that
gorgeous?
one. It's beautiful. I asked Eva for that one the other day after I'd seen it, and it's a matter of
It is.
fact, it was Eva's own group that she had posted from, and it was the post heading. And I didn't even know it was Eva until I got
Right.
in touch, until I communicated.
Yeah.
But there you go, it's a maiden name,
Lovely piece.
Christine. It was a maiden name. It is a beautiful piece, yes.
All right.
So go on, I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to let you thunder on. You've not frozen now, have you? You've frozen now. No, you're back, you're back.
I'm back again.
Yeah, it's okay, you're back.
Whatever is wrong tonight? Oh dear. Either there's some strange weather around somewhere, but it's not here. It's very mild here, but I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we got through that one.
We done it.
Try one more.
Go on. One day at a time,
We
sweet
did it.
Jesus. One day at a time.
Oh, lovely. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Eva Marie. Lovely. So this one's from Keith Forsyth, and I don't know that it has a title. It may be called There Is a Road. I'm not sure. I don't think it has a title.
There's a title to it, and I can't, honestly. Who is it? Keith, is it?
Is there?
It's called
Okay.
The Road Home.
The Road Home.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I haven't got that. So, right. The Road Home by Keith Forsyth. There is a road. It's a hard road. It's a long road. It's a high road. It's grown over and hidden. Potholes and cracks line it, and higher it goes. Through the rarefied heights, snow and ice batter my travels. After decades of toil, home is in sight, my heart and soul dancing a merry tune. Where have you been, Sir Knight? Says my beloved queen. I took the hard road, the road never travelled. Through the eerie heights, the snow and ice-filled road, I took the high road, my queen, because it's the only road, the road leading to you, my heart's home, my love.
Do you know what? I'm going to say this for Nina especially. There's a new Bacophile man on the screen. His name is Keith Forsyth. That is lovely, that is, isn't it? That's really romantic. That
Yeah.
is. Wow.
It is,
Whoa,
yeah.
yes.
Lovely, very romantic.
Oh, yes. I'll give you my
And I
craft.
know also this lady, I know this lady's with us too, so I'll try and get this one done as well. This is Jennifer Polonetsky. She was here earlier. I think she probably still is. So this one is called Return to Me. I put out my cry for someone to tell me, how do I return my heart to me? How do I mend this fractured heart, this crying heart of hearts. I feel my dream, my hopes crushed underfoot. How much can my heart of hearts bear? I put on my smiling front for the world to see, but I throw my day on the floor behind closed doors, and the tears flow like a torrent. Oh, heart of hearts, return to me. I miss your smile, your carefree days. Your infectious giggle is needed. Return to me, I'm begging you, oh heart of hearts. This rocky road is sharp on the delicate skin of my feet. The brambles lining the path, scratching deep. Protect me, oh heart of hearts. My tears echo as they drip onto the dry, barren ground, like the ticking of a clock. How much time will I give this broken dream? I have already given so much, and once the day has set, I cannot hit rewind. I cannot reclaim my lost hopes, my lost dreams, like the seconds ticking by. Return to me, O heart of hearts. Bring that giggle with you, that smile, that hope. Put your tears away. You have shed too many. You will find me waiting on the path. I am the one crying gently to myself. Return to me.
Wow. Wow. I'm getting one of those sigh moments. You know, one of those. It's terrible. At my age, Christian, I'm not able
It's
for it.
lovely.
I'm not able for that anymore. I really am. I need to pack of dominoes while I use a lot of reading. I really do.
Well, I've got 1, 2, 3 more, I think, without my own, but I'll leave my
No,
own because
you're gonna
it doesn't
do.
matter if I read
It
that.
does to us, yeah, because now we know it's there. We want to hear it.
Okay, well, I'll do Rebecca Cherrington's first, which is called The White Feather. It's very short and sweet, so she'll be able to get this done if we don't get cut off. So from Rebecca Cherrington, The White Feather. A white feather, alone, sent from above, sent by someone to show you are loved. You may feel alone, but you're really not. Look at all these friends you've got. You're loved in heaven and you're loved down here. You are so loved that much is clear. The significant feather, the feeling of love, the feeling of being where you should. That lonely feather on the ground was sent specifically to be found. Fate made you find it. It was a sign for you. Be proud of who you are and what you do. The white feather is sent from above to show you how much you are loved.
Another beautiful little piece, yes. They're the ones that give you that little bit of hope, aren't they? They give you that little inspiration. Yes. Beautiful, Rebecca.
Yeah, real
Absolutely
sweet.
gorgeous, yeah.
Lovely, yeah, lovely. So I'll go now. The two that I wanted to read, well, there's one of Pia Ghosh's, which is lovely. We've kind of chosen a similar theme, which is why I popped my poem in, perhaps for people to compare, because it's completely different. And it's basically about learning to unlove. Hers is really beautiful. Mine's sort of kind of bitter and a victim type of poem. So I'll do mine first because I prefer hers to go last because it's lovely. Yeah, so mine's called Not Easy to Forget. It's actually a song, but anyway, not easy, not so easy to forget.
Are you singing it?
No, definitely not.
I'll hum the music. You go on.
No, I can't do that. I haven't got the music in front of me, so I couldn't do the music. But anyway, Not So Easy to Forget by yours faithfully, yours truly.
Is this by Christine Barker?
Passionate Flame. It's by Christine Barker, it is, yes. Passionate flame, oh how you burned into my life, unexpectedly stirring my soul, awakening all of the passion buried deep in me. Then the blame, that I came brought you shame with my kisses, as I held your hand, hadn't planned to be banned just for reaching out for you. Now there's a moment of regret. It's not so easy to forget. Attention seeking. That's how you said you perceived me to be. Nothing's further from the truth. Showing no care for the feelings of others, thinking only of Me, and not of you, you accused, and abused when I showed you affection. So I went away, couldn't stay, hear you say again you rejected me, showing no moment of regret. It's not so easy to forget. Words you said fill my head, tears I've shed at the pain that you let me go. Still don't know how to show you how much you meant to me. Now that you're gone, I feel the feel of you clinging close to my heart. How can it be you failed to feel the real feeling of me right from the start? Compromise you despise. Realize we needed it, me and you, lovers who only knew how to love instinctively. Is there a moment of regret? Are we so easy to forget? It's not so easy to forget.
Wow.
That's
Wow,
it.
girl. Wow. Yes, you can taste the bitter taste on that one without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah, the kind of victor and victim type of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Pia's piece is quite different and so beautiful. It's very beautifully done. A completely different aspect on a similar subject, as I say. Well, at least I think they're similar. It's called Learning to Unlove. Great title. Love it. This is by Pia Ghosh. Is it that easy to erase the fragrance of your cologne? Is it so easy to forget the taste of love of your mouth? The hands keep straying unknowingly to hold your hand. The mind can't help but recite the number of birthmarks and moles on your back. The shoulders ache for the warmth of your encircling arms. The skin craves for your percussion fingertips, which once traced patterns on every known curve and crevice, trying to make new discoveries each time. The heart hates to accept defeat. The soul hesitates to come to terms with heartbreak. It seems only yesterday you promised that you were my forever love. Is it really that simple to unlove?
And you know, we write so much poetry about love itself, yeah? And I know it can come into it, it's all built up and everything else, but to write the one to unlove, isn't it brilliant to hear the opposite view? How do you unlove?
Absolutely.
How do you do it? It's the
Yeah.
$64 million question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you unlove? I mean, is it even possible? Once you've loved, haven't you? How can you not love?
I don't think it is possible, really.
No.
Yeah, you never really unlove you. I don't think so. No. Yeah. I thought she put it beautifully. Really gorgeous.
She has written
Loved
it absolutely
very much.
magical. Yes. Wow.
Yeah. Beautiful. Very beautiful.
What a way to wrap your reading poems up tonight. Wow, girl. You go. You rock.
I love it. I
You
love
do,
it. It's just a shame
yes.
about the internet, but I think it's okay now.
I think it's well, we
Yeah,
got through. We didn't think we would, but we got through. I don't know how we've done it because I know you've got one more, yeah. You've still got one to go.
I've just got
but
one more.
We've gotten through.
Yeah.
I mean, what, half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, we didn't think this was going to happen. So before I put the jinx on it, I'm going to let you read the last one just in case. I'll talk to you after that, yeah?
Do the last one. Yeah, okay. This is Jeannie Kirschen. I know she's listening as well, so it's another one of her poems, yeah. And she does something that I also do sometimes in poetry. She repeats the first verse again at the end. It's kind of like a mirror effect, and I sometimes use this effect too. So this is Jeannie Kirschen. I don't have a title, but I think it might be called Cry No More, My Darling.
Just bear with me.
Maybe Cry No More, My Darling.
It's Jeannie. Yeah, Cry No More, you're right. Dead on, spot on.
Yeah, I thought it might be. Okay. Cry no more, my darling. You are stronger than you know. Courage lies within your heart, planted long ago. A tiny seed, just waiting its roots to deeper grow. You are brave and fearless. Let boldness overflow. So cry no more, my darling. You are stronger than you know. Spread your wings, my darling, it's time for you to fly. Upward rise and soar across the vast blue sky. Don't be hindered by self-doubt, you just gotta try. Dauntlessly ascending over mountains high. So spread your wings, my darling, it's time for you to fly. Hold on to my hand, my darling, we will break those chains. Your intrepid spirit can chase away your pain. And when another storm arises, sending down the rain, valiantly in battle, victory is in you to gain. So hold on to my hand, my darling, we will break those chains. Cry no more, my darling, you are stronger than you know. Courage lies within your heart, planted long ago. A tiny seed, just waiting, its roots to deeper grow. You are brave and fearless, let boldness overflow. So cry no more, my darling, you are stronger than you know.
No, and I seen this piece and I asked Jeannie for this piece. I said in the comments, it's an inspiring piece of writing for anybody who's down the rabbit hole and needs to get some light. When you reach that hand in to grab and pull out, yeah. Absolutely powerful piece. I love that piece. Absolutely love that
Lovely
piece.
Yeah, I do too.
Definitely.
So I've done it. I've managed to do them all. Thank
the
goodness.
way through, thank goodness. Wow. I thought I'd lost my
9 poems on the
9 on the trot. Yes, exactly. And that's great going.
I think it was 9.
Yeah, 9, 8 plus 1.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to let the poets. Just didn't want to let the poets down. You know, having prepared them, but I know Nina would have done a wonderful job. No doubt at all.
I was explaining to some of the poets when I was gathering the poetry. I was trying to explain to them when I gather the poems. It doesn't mean because I'm gathering poems I'm going to read your poem. But what I try to do is get the feel for each voice inside of my head. Yours, mine, Nina's, or my own. And I'll think, right, you're going to be sad tonight because I'm reading your poem, but I'm going to give yours to Christine. And I will pass them then to you and Myrna. Nina usually gets a hatful of her own, as we've seen tonight, Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she seeks them out.
She does.
She loves to do that.
Absolutely loves.
And she finds gems.
Yeah.
She really finds gems. She really does.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, but so does Mina.
Yeah, Mina. Mina is she's getting the newbies. She's loving the newbies now. Absolutely loving the newbies.
Yeah, she is.
But that's great because it's bringing new entertainment to the show. It's bringing new genre. It's giving a new lease to the show itself, and that's what we want. We want to be changing and going with the flow and changing at the same time, bringing everybody with us. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's lovely to have new people on as well. I mean, I loved Yvonne's piece at the beginning, the first one I read. Great piece.
Oh, Yvonne's again. So, Yvonne was a lady I come across again during the week, and I just seen the poem and I thought I could hear your voice reading that one, and I thought Christine would like this one. I'll have to give this one over to Christine.
I did. I loved it.
And you can.
Yeah, I loved her writing themes. Yeah.
I've just gotten a message in. We now have, since tonight's show, the numbers are growing again, And tonight's show, 307 followers. Wow.
Yeah.
If you remember, it was only 6 weeks ago we had 200. So we've we've got 107 in 6 weeks. That's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. It is.
But it's down to all the hard work all of us do.
Wonderful.
Each and every one of us, It's all the hard work that's put in, and people are beginning to follow now,
Definitely. Yeah, it's great. Great. Keep sending your poems because they are just wonderful. It's just such a joy to read them. It really is.
It does.
Great pleasure.
It does give us great pleasure. You just took the words out of my mouth. It gives us great pleasure to bring them here and share them in the community.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. So you're going to get Nina back on now, are you? To do a bit more.
I'll bring Nina back in. She's got one to go from the book that she has. Yeah.
Great.
I've got Hank Buchanan now as well, and then it's just rapid practically. So hopefully Nina's back with a camera. Did you start back work this week?
I did.
You did.
Yes.
Did you enjoy?
And it's coming up. I did. I'm quite
Excellent.
exhausted. It was very long, and I'm coming up my biggest time at the moment because the musical is coming up on the premiere is the 4th of October. So there's going to be a couple of dates towards the end of September and the beginning of October where I won't be with
No
you
problem. Just let me know,
because
yeah?
we'll have musical performance. Yeah, certainly the first 2 weeks in October, I definitely won't be here.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm going to
The
do?
7th, I think yeah.
While you're there with me now, I'll put it out live on the show with us. If anybody, on the dates that Christine is talking about now, if anybody wants to step up to the plate and do some reading, let us know on the show. You'd be stepping in for
Yeah,
Christine for that period. And
yeah.
that might save us from having to go
I
around
think it's
hunting.
the 7th and 14th. 7th and 14th of October, I think, are the dates.
Yeah.
If that's a Sunday, if that falls on the Sunday, 7th and the 14th. Those two I definitely won't be here. I've got a musical performance on the 7th, and on the 14th I'm going away for a couple of days holiday
Yes.
because I haven't had a holiday this year.
Exactly.
Been having to cancel in the summer. So I'm going up to the coast for 4 days with a friend, which is why I won't be here after the musical's over,
Yes.
to just crash because
Oh,
I'll be
yes.
exhausted.
You need to.
And I fear that I fear there might be the last 2 weeks in September as well, rehearsals, but I'll let you know
Yeah.
about that
No
as soon as I
problem.
know. I'll be here next week,
Excellent.
definitely next week, but I'll let you know as soon as I'm certain about the rehearsals, okay?
Yeah, I'll give you 36
Yeah.
pieces. It's okay. We'll make up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know, as I say.
No problem.
Okay, darling,
Christine,
go back to
I'm
Nina
going
now
back
and
to
have a bit
Nina.
more dribble and drabble. I'm gonna leave you now because I've been waiting to make a phone
No
call
problem.
or leaving someone's waiting for me to call them. So if I don't get on soon, it'll be too late.
Christine,
Yeah,
have a
so
lovely
I'm gonna
week
leave the
ahead.
show at this point
No
and
problem.
catch up the rest later.
Please,
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Take love you to bits. Have a great week ahead. Yeah.
Love you to
And
all. Lovely to
take
you.
it
Love you,
easy.
Nina, and everybody.
Aw, cheers,
Bye,
Christine.
darlings. Loved your work.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 And that's Christine. And again, beautiful poetry. Absolutely beautiful poetry. Guys, it's just each week, it's like you guys are rising to occasion. You are sending in some absolutely beautiful pieces. You're giving us some beautiful pieces to read and share among the community. Wow, what can I say? Whew. What can I say? I'm absolutely beside myself here. It's just unreal. Some of the poetry we've had over the week. Tilo, how are you? Good to see you tonight.
You invite me in, I accept, and then you don't even look at me. That's nice, isn't it?
I am looking at you, look.
I wouldn't. It's not nice. At least I got eyes this week, anyway.
You, at last, yes. What can I say?
Didn't go to bed quite so late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be honest. You were the angel on Friday. Was it Friday? You were the angel on Friday. You came to the rescue, didn't you, for somebody on Friday when there was a problem, and you became Catwoman in Batman's car, didn't you? You did.
You know, you got to do what you got to do, haven't you? You're there for your friends, aren't you? So.
Yeah, the only woman I know who can be driving a car through London or heading into London and driving a car and nearly on YouTube live with comments on a nest. What can I say? Really and truly.
Well, I was driving, and Beth suddenly went, "Oh, there's a heron on its nest." And fortunately, we were at a junction, and there were a few cars in front of me, and it was just because we were in London, so it was just mad anyway. And there was just this horrific junction that we were waiting to get out of. And Beth suddenly spotted a heron on its nest, and that's not something you see every day.
In
So
London,
bless her, she did try to get some. Yeah, she did try to get some photographs, but we were too far away, really. And there was a bridge, so there was a white bar in the way of the photograph. So we know what it is in the picture, but it wouldn't be any good putting it out. People wouldn't see it. But yeah, To see a heron on its nest, I mean, wow.
Do you know what the sad part was? I felt so
What's that?
sad when you told me the photographs didn't turn out, but that wasn't the saddest part. The saddest part was I got a 20-minute running commentary of this happening, and then there's no photograph. I mean, come on.
I know. Well, yeah. Well, what can I say? We
Terrible.
liked having you in the car with us for the journey.
I felt so disappointed.
Look, Beth was reading you limericks and
Dream
poems
this
and
image in my mind, Nina. I had this image of this. What was it again? A crane or a
heron.
what was it? A
Heron.
heron. It's like a
Heron.
crane or a comet. It's the same. It's a bird, isn't it? That's all right.
It's a
bird.
blooming big bird.
It's a bird.
Blooming big bird. Yeah.
But yeah, and I had this picture. It's a good job. See, I must have been thinking of a cormorant then, because that's the picture I had.
Well,
in
I'll
my
send
head.
you the pictures. I'll send you the pictures, but it's
I
it's
don't
really
want a
not
picture of a
clear.
white bar. Don't want a picture
No,
of
no,
a
no, no.
white
You
bar
can
for.
see. You. No, no, no. In the background, you can see the bird. You can see the heron on its nest, but it's not clear. So anyway, Beth was reading you lovely bits off the internet and reading you little jokes and things, and
She
you
was.
just did the journey with
She
us,
was.
didn't you? It was lovely.
She was. I did. And you know what? My legs are killing me after.
We took you into London.
Yeah. What a
Was it?
walk from Warrington. Wow.
Exactly. You haven't been to London for odd years. We took you to London with us. It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, my knees are where my hips used to be. I've been grounded down.
Oh, my driving not that bad.
Oh, you're
that was
terrible,
fun.
you. Absolutely terrible. It was brilliant. I
It was
absolutely
good fun.
loved it. Absolutely loved it.
There you go.
Well, I'm gonna do Hank Buchanan for you. The nightly vigil.
Lovely. Yes.
And get Chris Page ready for the party, because this is the fiesta. This one is.
Chris has got an op
After.
tomorrow.
Has he? Oh, good luck, Chris, tomorrow with your
Yeah.
op.
He's got a heart
Oh.
op. So very best wishes and best of luck.
Best wishes, Chris. Be praying for you tonight, mate. Not that it's that bad, I'm just saying I will be offering prayers for peace.
Chris Page, this is, not Chris Bridge. Chris
Yeah,
Page.
that's yeah. Yeah. The lad that sent us the poetry.
Yeah.
Yes. You ready now? After the fiesta.
Oh yes.
From the nightly vigil, the journals of Reb Buckman by Hank Buchanan. After the fiesta, with the little town of my family dead, I need to be alone. I ride north and east for many days, where to be October means something. Where I ran and fished and hunted as a child, and learned the ways of the woods and the great one. The trees aflame in their private moon dance of fire against the blue of the Hudson River, reflecting the cliff faces of Storm King. It plays the illusion of old times, of old ones, called River Deep, Mountain High. There is, and will be, another story for each of us. The long golden tale of each precious life. Some filled with love, some filled with loss. Mostly a measure of both. Every turn in the river takes the story to a new place. Some we choose, and some are chosen for us. But we are each of us, even now, immortal. Whether to heaven or hell eventually, our spirits will all be forever. That choice is always ours and ours alone. How dim sometimes the light we follow seems, but when we get out from the towns, their false glow, that robs our vision. Out under nothing but the sky and his face. Our eyes will again divine the light, and the path through the forest will shine like the sun. I smile to think of my past families, now gone on high, that walked this riverbank with me so long ago. They were so like the October trees, a flame and dancing with colour and great beauty. Just before their private winter came and turned them grey, in the creeping darkness I whispered a prayer, that they would greet me in the spring, as the trees will, reborn and ready for another fling around the dance floor. That's the Rev. He didn't shoot anybody. There's no body counts.
Nobody loves me. I love those. That Hank is just.
I thought you were doing Queen. I was just getting ready.
Do you want to keep the audience or not? No, Hank is just a genius with a pen, isn't he? He's just, his rights are incredible, and he's such a lovely man. We need to get him back again.
We do. We do.
We do.
Will.
I'll go and lasso him. I'll go and haul him in.
Oh, Hank, there's nothing like it. Like I said to you during the week, I asked him about the whole shebang of Rev Bookman, because
Yeah.
he has an archive of some that have never been heard, read, or anything else. Yeah, but he has them in print. So this week he has sent me my 4th one. So I've got 4
Right,
now.
okay.
So that's each week. So
Brilliant.
Hank is going to become my stamp each
Your
week.
regular.
I just love these pieces. He's my regular now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have favourites, but I love him to bits.
No, but it's one that you can keep following, isn't it? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. No, brilliant.
Yeah,
He's
there you
a
go.
lovely.
There's Dave Green and saying get him back on. So we've already got support for getting Hank back on, haven't we? No, I really want him back on. It's trying to get him when he's prepared to be back on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's getting himself prepared for that. Sometimes you're better
Yeah.
off just grabbing Hank if you get the chance to grab him the opportunity. You're better off just got you now.
Yeah. If we knew he was in the audience, we could get him on, couldn't we? But
Definitely.
yeah, we will. We'll have him back. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes, without a doubt.
So I've just got one to finish up, and it's a little bit moralistic, really, actually, but it is a poem. It's out of a book that I've stolen off of Beth, and it's by a James W. Foley, and it's called.
You tell me
Drop a
I
Pebble.
steal.
I've borrowed it. She knows I've borrowed it. I've probably got half of her house in my house, and vice versa. So
This political correctness gets on my nerves, and you know it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, it's called Drop a Pebble in the Water. Drop a pebble in the water, just a splash, and it is gone. But there's 100 ripples circling on and on and on. Spreading from the centre, flowing on and out to the sea. And there is no way of telling where the end is going to be. Drop a pebble in the water. In a minute you forget. But there's little waves are flowing, and there's ripples circling yet. And those little waves are flowing to a great big wave have grown. You've disturbed a mighty river just by dropping in a stone. Drop an unkind word or careless, in a minute it is gone. But there's 100 ripples circling on and on and on. They keep spreading from the centre as they go. And there is no way to stop them once you've started them to flow. Drop an unkind word or careless, in a minute you forget. But there's little waves are flowing, and there's ripples circling yet. And perhaps in some sad heart, a mighty wave of tears you've stirred, and disturbed a life was happy ere you dropped that unkind word. Drop a word of cheer and kindness, just a flash, and it is gone. but there's 100 ripples circling on and on and on, bearing hope and joy and comfort on each splashing, dashing wave, till you wouldn't believe the volume of the one kind word you gave. Drop a word of cheer and kindness, in a minute you forget, but there's gladness still a swelling, and there's joy a circling yet. And you've rolled a wave of comfort whose sweet music can be heard over miles and miles of water, just by dropping one kind word.
Do you know what? I'm gonna let that be what carries us out tonight. That is absolutely
Isn't
brilliant.
it beautiful?
Absolutely
I loved it. I fell in love with it.
brilliant.
As soon as I read it, I
That's
fell in love with it. I would like that on the wall, actually, in a print.
that is
Yeah.
one. You'd want one hell of a wall for it, but however, you'd have to be on the wall and on the floor and up the other wall. You know.
No, small
It
print.
is
You
good.
know what's it? Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
Really. But mind the
Yeah,
ripples don't go
lovely.
through the wall. Maxwell Ryder, thank you
All
for
right.
being here tonight. I'm really delighted. I haven't seen Maxwell in for a while. I love when I see him coming along. Absolutely brilliant. But Hank is not here. He's not in
Mm.
Maxwell now. But Nina, that's
No, I don't
that's
think
one
so.
hell of a note to take us out on. That is absolutely brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
worth
What
just
a night
leaving
for poetry.
in the air, isn't it, that one?
I was going to do
Yeah,
it from the
glitches.
little poetry book I had. Hey? You glitched?
Glitches aside, it's just been incredible, hasn't it? You know,
Yeah.
no matter what,
Yeah.
the evening, the poems have been astounding.
Yeah. And each and every one of them, and as I said earlier on, each and every one to their own right, as a poem, have had something to offer to everybody that's been listening.
Yeah.
There's been a line or a word there that's just been the proverbial hook, line, and sinker, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of
Absolutely.
the piece.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll get these
But-
put up in the comments as quickly as possible so people can read them for themselves.
Oh, there's a few there I'm going to read for definite. After listening to them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to bribe you if I want to get a quick sneak preview of one or two during the week, like, you know.
Not happening.
It's not going to happen. I know it's not. Just
Not
trying
happening.
to soften you up a little bit, but that's very hard to do, isn't it? Oh, Diane.
What are you saying?
Diane Borges.
I'm not easy to soften up.
Yeah, true. It's very, very true. It's very, very true. Honestly, guys,
Hard
I'm
on the
not
outside,
joking tonight.
on the inside.
On the inside, even harder. Honest, like steel.
Oh no. No, I'm a nice person.
She is absolutely brilliant. I've been very lucky finding Nina to get part in this show. Really enjoyed it. It did take me 6 weeks, mind you. That's how much I had to melt her. 6 weeks to melt. And she's not hard at all. Like, I mean, yeah, it's no problem. Chase me. Got you.
And now you wish you'd let me go.
I am a very patient person. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it works both ways, doesn't it? It works.
Oh, Diane,
both
thank
ways.
you for the compliment. Diane's just complimented us all. Absolutely brilliant reading, guys. But I mean, you couldn't not have a brilliant reading with the pieces we've had tonight. Oh,
No,
thank you
it's just
again, Diane.
every one of them, you know, the ones that Myrna brought, the ones that Christine's read, the ones that you've read, they're just, every one of them stands out on their own, don't they?
Yeah.
They really do.
That's
Yeah.
why I love your idea of putting them up in the comments now. Everybody's poem goes up in the comments. So when they go,
Yeah,
if anybody
because-
clicks on the show, they can actually read it down in the comments. Absolutely. Fabulous.
I'm sure people are, because people are liking or loving or leaving a little comment underneath them. So I think people are reading them for themselves as well as just listening. So yeah, no, it's just kind of the best of both worlds, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that new poet test that was in, I think was it Christine that read her poem, Yvonne Glasgow? I think Christine read it for Yvonne Glasgow. She was absolutely made up with herself with the reading of the poem.
Just
come
do
on, Andy,
it.
get on the camera.
There we go. There's the squeaky stare.
Thank God it wasn't flatulence.
Don't tempt fate. Don't. He said that was at the top of the stairs. Oh, dear. He's leaving me again, you know. He's
Hey?
leaving me. He's leaving
Not
me
back-
again.
Not back to Och.
Is-
Is he going back to Och?
Yeah, Monday
Yeah.
to Friday this time, whole week nearly. Yeah.
Oh my God, how could
He's
you,
just,
Andy?
he's just done a fist pump in the air. He's just like, yes.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'll get no sleep now.
Yeah, John's my number 2. He's my stand-in man.
When I come back next week, my brains will be on the outside, everybody. Reading it through, she will have picked them out through my skull.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. You love it. You love
Don't get
it.
him in trouble. So come on, bring us out on Queen. Let's go.
No, I can't. I can't just do it on the
Why
car.
are we waiting?
No, do you know what it is? It all started with, some people will know because obviously they're on my friends list. I put a post up saying, oh, I can't remember. Hang on, bear with. I'll find it.
Go on.
It says, if Bohemian Rhapsody starts playing and the person you're with does not start singing along and at least attempt the different voices, you really need to leave them alone. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. It just seems to have struck a chord with everybody.
Except Nini, you won't sing
Yeah.
a chord, will you? Give us a chord.
No. But Andy
No.
and I have done, you know, the Queen song. You know the Queen
No.
song where it's Freddie
God Save
Mercury
Our
and
Nations.
Montserrat Caballé, Barcelona. You know that one?
I do.
It's very
I do.
operatic, Barcelona.
It is, yes.
So Andy does the Montserrat Caballé. He does the high pitched operatic pieces, and I do the Freddie Mercury pieces in the car.
Take it away, the serious office, go. Oh wait. God, it's
Won't.
like,
He
come on,
won't.
Andy.
He only does things like that in private.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's only when there's
guys,
the 2
don't
of
say I
us.
didn't try. I did try, guys. I tried.
I'll
my
get
hard
me boy to do. I'll get me boy to do it with me. We've got to do baby shark anyway. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do do do.
Do you know? I tried doing Baby
What?
Shark the other day, and I hoped the whale would come and swallow me. I felt like Jonah.
You wouldn't do it. I asked you
No.
to do it, and I got a flat no.
You did.
You wouldn't do
And
baby
tonight,
shark.
tonight, listen to this. No, it's even flatter than it was the other day, wasn't it? That was a flatter no.
I'm getting. I love that video though, and that video of that girl doing baby shark.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's when she comes. It's when she's got the daddy shark. She's
Yeah.
doing this, and it just cracks me up. Anyway, that's just my childish sense of humour.
Well, we all need that. Don't let the child inside you die, girl. No, keep it going.
Never,
Even with it.
never.
Shark, yeah. Even
I
with a
haven't
shark,
grown up yet.
Have you not?
I refuse to grow up. No.
Welcome to my world.
No.
Just call
Yeah.
me Peter. Yeah.
Crazy
Peter.
frog, Chris. Oh Lord. Right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris.
That was
you need
that
to
was that
lie down.
ringtone, wasn't it?
You need
Crazy.
a rest, mate. That crazy frog was. Oh my God, it was something.
No, that
else,
was just annoying. Go and
It
Google
was,
baby
yeah.
shark. Go and Google baby shark. It's hilarious.
It's hilarious with your woman doing it. Absolutely fantastic.
It is with the
Good
woman
on
doing it, yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I love the way the grandma and grandpa shark haven't got any teeth, so they're like
Yeah,
that.
that's.
Oh, I'm so doing it. Joshua and I are doing it tomorrow. We're going to try and do it tomorrow because he's got a day off tomorrow. And Grumpy
Excellent.
won't be here. He'll be in Glasgow. So we're going to go and do Baby
Excellent.
Shark. Yep.
Listen, are you gonna bring the card out as well? You need a car when you're doing Baby Shark.
Yeah. We're going to go somewhere where we're not going to cause any major collisions, and
So-
then I. What?
Tell me,
What?
who's singing the song? Who's
Well,
doing camera?
I think
And who's doing the song?
I think I've got to be the one to make an idiot of myself, and I think
I
Joshua
think
will be
so.
driving. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Joshua, we love you, mate. You're an absolute star. We'll call you Joshua Attenborough for tomorrow.
I'm not wildlife. Well, I mean.
You will be after he's finished with your shark.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
That's gonna be me
Anyway.
not all night now.
Tell me
Yeah.
about it. Beth and I could not get it out of our heads the other day. Every time we finished speaking or physically doing something, Baby Shark was in our heads, and we were going, ah! It's just awful. Actually, I must put it back in her head again. I'll send
Yeah,
it to her now.
please do not walk into a lamppost as you would. I was and she walked straight into. I think I
Yeah.
sent you the clip, didn't I?
Yes.
Boing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
I will try my hardest not to, although I'm sure you'd find it hilarious if I did.
Lena, you're an absolute star. Thanks a million for tonight. And that
Thank-
last piece you've just done has really brought the whole house down for us. Absolutely beautiful. And thanks for
Cheers,
all the
love.
hard work. Yourself, Christine.
You're very welcome.
Fantastic. Have a great night. I know you're going to have a great week ahead.
Beth's just said I'm here already, and it's back in my.
Many thanks.
You're welcome, darling.
I tried to stop her, Beth. I really tried to stop her. I've done my best.
Sorry.
It didn't work, yeah.
Look, if I've got to have it rotating round in my head, so is everyone else. Oh, I can't wait to get going on it now. Right.
That's it. You'll be all ready for tomorrow. Have a super duper night and a great day tomorrow. Let us know how tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, how you get on with your baby shark. Yeah?
My baby.
Yeah?
Yeah. Will do.
Yeah, let me know.
Sure, you'll be the first one
Excellent.
to see it.
Oh, have fun, Nina. Thanks, man. Love you to bits. Look so
Thank you,
forward
lovely.
to tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
And look so forward to seeing Joshua getting that film for us.
I'm going to try and make him do it both ways, but watch this space. So we might
We
get
will.
him to do it.
We're going to watch every space.
Well, only those people that are my friends will see it, but there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Have fun.
Aw.
Take it easy. Great night. Bye.
Will do. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye, Nina. What can I say, guys? What can I say? My left hand right there in front of me. Nina Thilo. And I'm looking so forward to this baby shark piece. I really and truly am. It's gonna be wonderful. I know it's gonna be wonderful. It's a pity we can't bring it on the show itself for everybody next week. Although where there's a will, there's a way. I'm sure there's a will and a way. Somehow it will make its debut on Dear John. But everybody, thank you all for being here tonight. I'm after enjoying your company so much, and I hope you've enjoyed ours. May your God go with you wherever you go. You're going to do a deed, make sure it's a good deed. Have a great week ahead, everybody. Lots of love from Dear John. Oh, before I go, I'm sorry. My young lad, Jack Kavanagh, 16th birthday tomorrow. Only a couple of hours off now, lad. Only a few hours. Well, two and a bit hours off. And it's the sweet 16. Son, I am just so proud of you. And you're going to have a wonderful day tomorrow. That I can tell you now. Love yous all to pieces. Good night. God bless everybody. Goodbye from Dear John.